Recently, while opening one of the Hot Wheels black boxes, I came across this Hot Wheels Dodge Charger drift casting. And I mentioned something along the lines of, gee, this would be kind of cool to redo in a CHP, California Highway Patrol, livery. And I got a message from Jamie over at Devil's Customs and Creatures saying, hey, let's do a buddy build. And I'll do one of these from his area, and I'll do one here in the CHP. And I responded with, I don't do buddy builds. Because I don't. At one time I did, but I'm really trying to reduce the stress in my life. And I've learned that buddy builds stress me out. I want to do the builds as well as I possibly can, and I want to do them relatively quickly, and it involves deadlines, and now that I'm retired, I don't want deadlines. So Jamie was really cool about it. He said, well, tell you what, let's not have a deadline on it. Just we'll do them, and whenever they're done, and then we'll release them. And I said, okay. As long as it's not a buddy build with no deadlines, and we're just doing the same casting. Whenever we get it finished, it's finished, and then we'll release at the same time. So that's why on the thumbnail I titled this the I Don't Do Buddy Builds build. I think he said something in an earlier posting about the nobody build. So it's the buddy nobody build. So I'm really happy to be doing this. And obviously, I got it finished. And it didn't take too long, unlike another one, the video for which you may have seen and I made some comments about. But as you can see here, I got the casting stripped down, and the body needed some cleaning up. Some areas around that rear wing I had a really hard time trying to clean up. Couldn't get them as nice as I hoped. But it was acceptable. The castings, maybe I'm getting pickier in my old age, but they don't seem as well done as they were even recently. So yeah, here's a new view. We're out in the garage. I'm not sure why I decided to do this, but there you see me with the Dremel tool with the Scotch-Brite pad on the Dremel tool that I use to really clean these things up after I've done the filing on them. Sometimes before, but almost always after. I find it helps smooth out even further some of the filing work that I've done. It gives the paint or primer a good base to cling to. And these little Scotch-Brite pads are great. So, I don't know, I thought I'd throw the camera on and take it out there and give you a view from the garage. So, back to the bench. There you see it after I've used the Scotch-Brite pad on it. Throw it in the IPA to clean it up, and I'll clean any residue off the casting this way. The reason I use the Scotch-Brite pad and wire wheels out in the garage is because they throw crap everywhere. And I don't like that stuff all over the house. So, if I'm running around without any shoes on, I don't want to get those wires stuck in my feet or anything like that. So that's the reason I do a lot of the work out in the garage. So now this is ready for paint at this point. And so while that's off being painted, I ordered some decals from Second Chance Redline that were the Highway Patrol logos for the sides. But there wasn't anything else, and I decided I wanted to create some additional decals, so I went into Adobe Illustrator and created these headlights, taillight sets, exempt California license plates, and a number for the roof of the car. And yes, I cheated on this. I did not do a two-tone paint job. What I did is I painted it with the black lacquer, and then I thought, hey, let me just try using white decal paper for the white areas of the car. I've wanted to try this for a while. It's like a wide stripe in effect. So I thought if I put this across the roof, and remember this has an opening in the roof. So what happens on this is I put that decal down, and after it dries, I cut it. There you see how I just sliced it up a little bit and then folded it under. And I also cut the panels for the doors that you see there. So now you see it with the decal set on. I didn't make you watch me put all the decals on. The taillights turned out okay. They aren't perfect. There's some things I'd change on them if I did it again. And I didn't recreate a Highway Patrol logo for the back trunk because I wouldn't be able to match the second chance ones. I decided to do a wheel swap. This was probably a stupid decision, but I thought these wheels from this M Machines Charger set really looked like California Highway Patrol wheels. The problem with the M2 wheels, I did have to flip the tires because I didn't want the Goodyear logo showing. And I'm not super happy with M2 axles and wheels. They're okay, but they're not as well done as, say, extra wheel sets from Hot Wheels. Oh, Gauzy. Oh, thought I was going to miss that, huh? But anyhow, the M2 wheel sets are okay, but they aren't as good as, say, a Samed wheel set or even a Hot Wheels set that you would buy separately. They're just okay. And so, this thing ends up rolling like a brick because I didn't want to go through the adjustments necessary to get it to be freely rolling. But I didn't care about this because this is a work of art. There you see after the usual gauzy. The glass was brand new, but I decided to hit it with gauzy anyway because why not? It'd be even shinier. And then finally I decided, well, what the heck? I'll add a little bit of detail to the base using a silver Sharpie. So really, this was a decal project when you get down to it. There you see it after the clear coat. And I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I'm really happy with how using the white decal paper worked. I've wanted to try that for a while just to see if you could kind of cheat that way. And it worked rather well. I was somewhat surprised. But, you hit it with microset and microsol, and that thing sucks down really well to the body. Fits all the curves perfectly, and so, no complaints there. So now it's just a matter of buttoning this thing up. Trying to... the wheels were a pain. I probably should have kept the stock wheels because they also look very realistic. And if I wanted to make that center cap as silver as they are on these wheels, I easily could have hit it with the silver Sharpie. But no. Yeah, I decided I just wanted to swap the wheels. I really like the little license plates. Even though the front wasn't designed for a license plate. They didn't have a license plate frame on there. But I still threw it there. And as you see, the wheels turn, but they're not like free rolling. But all in all, I think this looks pretty realistic. I went with the 518 number on the roof for personal reasons. And anyhow, here's where we started. Thanks for approaching me on this, Jamie. I don't do buddy builds. This isn't a buddy build. This is a similarly not scheduled, similar casting build that we are going to be exchanging, by the way. Here's where it ended up. The Second Chance logo decals for the sides are great. They really are. I wish they had had the similar lettering for the tailgate, for the trunk lid. That would have been nice to add to this. And I didn't want to try and match it because I knew I wouldn't be able to be honest with you. So there's also very small wording on the rear quarter panels of the highway patrol cars, usually. But at this scale, I know if I attempted it with a white toner decal, it'd just be a little tiny blur in effect. So I chose not to go with that. But I'm happy with the headlight decals. And the taillight decals, again, I'd change slightly if I were doing it again. But I am pretty happy with it. And the California exempt license plate. Had to do it. 518 on the roof, again, for personal reasons. But that means a lot to me. Everybody, thanks for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed this build. Be sure and check out Jamie's Devils, Customs, and Creatures channel. There will be a link in the description for this video. Everybody stay safe and healthy out there, and catch you in the next one.